Guten Tag, mes amis. Wie geht's? C'est moi, Dieter. Ich bin Dieter. Dieter today is going to talk about general health and fitness. Because he's an old fart. And the reason he's going to chime in on this is because he's been fit and thin, actually on the thin side most of his life. And 2 years ago, he got grossly obese. And he ballooned he went from 185 to 265 pounds. Huh, that's quite a bit. Isn't that 80 pounds? And now, in the last 6 weeks, he's lost 45 of those pounds, so he's getting fit. So he's going to share his little tidbits, because Dieter likes to help. So maybe some of you will find this interesting. First of all, I had this good book. I use free weights, dumbbells. I don't have one here, but I'll talk about dumbbells. You can throw away the Fitbit watch, you can throw away your diet books and all that crap. Because Dieter's going to give you 5 or 6 things that work, I think, regardless of who you are or what you do. So, number 1. Okay, I'm assuming if you're watching, if you've gotten this far, that you're overweight or you want to get back into shape, right? Because if you're already fit, you don't need to watch this, but you might find it interesting. Number 1, usually, especially if you're overweight, when you think you're hungry, you're not hungry. You're actually thirsty, right? So, if you drink when you feel like you're actually hungry, if you drink ice cold water, this is an 8-ounce glass, and wait 15 minutes. If you still feel hungry, then maybe you should eat a little bit. You probably won't. Most people don't drink enough water. And the reason you drink ice water, or ice cold water, is because a lot of people don't know this, but for your body to warm up this water so it can absorb it in your gut, takes a minimum of 100 calories. So there you go. I just made my body in the next 15 minutes gonna burn 50 calories. 75. There. Just by drinking cold water, I'm gonna, in the next 15 to 20 minutes, burn 100 calories. Now, isn't that wonderful? So, take your scale and throw it away, and I'll tell you why. Muscle weighs more than fat. And of course, when you first start dieting and exercising, you will lose weight. But here's the golden thing. You can take this to the bank. Now, you have a belt. Get one that works. Now, on the average men's belt, the center of the hole to each hole is an inch. Okay? The center of the hole to each hole is an inch. So, and I've done this experiment so many times, you can take this to the bank. It's absolutely 100% true. Every inch on your waist, on your belt, is 5 pounds of fat you lose from your belly if you're a man. Yep. So, if your waist, your ideal waist is 32 and you're 34, you've got 10 pounds of blubber on your belly. If you go from 32 to 36, that's 4 inches, that's 20 pounds. 32 to 38, 6 inches, 30 pounds. 32 to 40 inches, 8 inches, 40 pounds. It's that simple, Lazy Me. It's that simple. That's, yeah. And I had this good book. It was written by these guys from the Carleton University in Ottawa. It's called The Joy of Flex. It's an old book. It says, throw away, they say too in that, throw away the scales, and if you want to know what you have to do, you get yourself naked in front of a full-length body mirror, and you get another mirror, and you turn to the side, and you look yourself over for a minute, and you'll know everything that you need to know. So, we've covered that, and the other thing I suggest is you find out what blood type you are. I was a vegetarian for 22 years because I like animals. That was the main reason. I got very sick, very, very sick. A friend brought me a book by a guy named James D'Adamo, who was a naturopathic doctor at a very prestigious clinic in Switzerland. And he couldn't understand why, you know, that's when in the 60s and 70s when vegetarian diets were big things. All these rich people, they were all on the same diet, but he said like only about half of them got any better. So he started research on what is now called the blood type diet, or the Eat Right for Your Blood Type diet, which is what I follow most of the time. When I follow that 80%, I'm pretty good. When I follow it 90%, I'm like a well-oiled machine. So I'm a blood type O. That's 44% of the population. Most professional athletes are blood type O's. And if you look at what happens when most professional athletes retire, they almost seem overnight to turn to blubber. And it's because out of the four blood types, A, O, AB, and B, O, which is 44% of the population, has to be physically active their entire life. That's even more important than diet. And Native Indians are all O. Inuit are all O. Look what happens to them when they live a sedentary lifestyle. They go from extremely fit to really not fit at all. So I would recommend that. The new books are by Dr. Peter D'Adamo. He's a naturopathic doctor. It's called Eat Right for Your Blood Type. And find out what blood type you are and follow that, and you will have success. I guarantee it. And yeah, free weights work best, I think, better than machines. Oh, and the other thing is you have to sweat. You don't burn, okay, you're not burning fat cells if you aren't sweating. So most people, if you do like bike exercise or running or fast walking, it takes 12 to 20 minutes before you work up a sweat. Then once you sweat, you have to do a minimum of 12 minutes to burn the stuff. So if you think you're going to do 15 minutes on a bike and start to sweat and then get off, that you're doing yourself good, you haven't done anything. So minimum, especially if you're no, minimum aerobic 4 times a week, minimum is 45 minutes. And start sweating after 15 or 20 at the latest, and you need to sweat for a good 20 minutes. All right? So that's Data Sage advice. Hope it helps. Because I made a promise to myself, I'm going to be pool worthy in another 2 weeks. Amazing me. Haben Sie einen gutes Tag. Happy plucking and happy ice water. Remember, when you think you're hungry, have a cold glass of water. Wait 10-15 minutes. Oh, and another misnomer. People always want to blame fatty foods for making you fat. It's not fatty foods that make you fat. It's sugary foods that make you fat, right? You can eat a pound of cheese will not do more damage than a pound of bread. A pound of bread will do way more damage. A pound of cookies will do way more damage than a pound of raw bacon fat. Yeah, people got that wrong, okay? It's the refined carbs and the salty shit that makes you fat, not fat. Fat actually burns fat. That's how the keto diet works, isn't it? Wiedersehen.